Now, isn't that the most beautiful thing you ever seen? Well, it is to me. Hey guys, Noons, welcome back to Airborne RC. As you can see, I live in sunny Arizona. Got my shorts on, a little warm out here. Just came back in from flying. Had a bad day. Took my little F-16 out, 64 millimeter. First flight, sucked up a rock, sheared all 11 blades. So now I got 2 planes down for the count. Don't know if you guys have been tracking, but my F-18 I got for Christmas went down, had 2 landing gear get locked down. Just recently sent that back into E-Flight, Horizon Hobby, and see what they're going to go ahead and do for me. With all the bad luck last week and this week, to get something in the mail. Let's go inside and check it out. Hey guys, welcome back to Noon's Airborne RC. Thanks for coming by. Got something in the mail here. As many of you know, I did get a turbine for Christmas, an HSD Jets Super Viper. I don't know if you guys paid attention to Pilots Ryan's show, but congratulations, Andy. Can't wait for you to take more of my money. Wife's not. So I've had the Viper. It's been tucked away in the box. I did pull it out a few times to make sure I was getting the correct batteries and asking Andy questions, but I didn't really want to get into it until I got my gyro. Finally saved up enough money. Wasn't that much, but you know, life problems and Christmas and stuff. A lot of you guys are familiar with Bavarian Demon Cortex, Cortex Pro. If you've been dealing in helicopters, you've seen a new flybar unit come by. It's called Spirit. It's amazing. Bang for the buck. I personally think it's the best flybar unit that's out there. Thomas from Czechoslovakia, he goes ahead and he makes them. You have to buy them directly from him. There's no US distributor and stuff. I think that's probably the reason why people are a little skeptic on buying something. But let me tell you, you go on to spiritsystems.com. The link will be down at the bottom of the page for the Aero, and go snoop around and see everything. I'll go into a little bit about the Aero and the Spirits overall, and later videos when we're setting it up. So with the Spirit, I go online and I buy them. Now this guy right here, I'll tell you the price in a little bit because you guys are gonna think that I paid buku bucks for it, but I really didn't. So you buy them. I use PayPal. 72 hours from check to the door. No joke. 3 days. Can't even get my mail quick enough. But, yep, came in here. So let's go ahead, guys. Let's open it up and see what we get. I know you guys probably thought that this was the unboxing video. I already got that pretty much done. I just got to do editing. I don't have any editing software or anything, so I just use the free stuff for Microsoft. But I have a toddler. He takes up a lot of my time, guys. All right. There you go. Spirit. Aircraft stabilization system. Built for aircraft. Now, they do have the ones for helicopters. So before I open it up, let me tell you guys something. Let's say you buy a flybar unit for your helicopter, and you just got tired of it and you sold the helicopter and now you got a flybar unit. And you still like to fly planes. You can flash the Aero firmware onto your helicopter flybar unit, and now you turn it into an airplane gyro. You can do that with any of their helicopter flybar units. You can turn it back into a helicopter flybar unit, free of charge. Free of charge. With the ones that are designated just Aero, just for planes, you cannot do the back and forth, which isn't a problem. They're fairly cheap. They're not going to break the bank or anything. A helicopter flybar unit for, let's say, a 500 class and below, you're looking at about $140 compared to 200 plus. Their Pro unit, it's about $189, and you can't beat it with the features, guys, I'm telling you. All right, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what we get. There it is, guys. Looks almost like a helicopter flybar unit, right? All right. So let's go ahead and take this bad boy out. Okay. It's 20 grams, 32 by 26 by 14, I believe. It'll run on 3 volts to 15 volts. It has a 32-bit ARM processor, 96 DPIs. Has a 6-axis MEMS sensor, not 3 but 6. It can go ahead and control up to 4 servos, including also the rudder. If you want, you can go ahead and plug a Spectrum satellite directly in here. You don't need a receiver. You can set it up that way. You cannot flash the Healy firmware to this. Just remember, this when it has a little plane, it's just for the airplane. Now, this right here, it's on par with the Cortex. Actually, to me, it exceeds the Cortex. Sorry about the plane. The Pro can do up to like 16 stabilized services. The Cortex is comparable. It can do 2 to 4 servos as well. It supports analog and digital servos. 1520 UAS, 50 to 33 megahertz. You guys will see me looking off to the right. I got my little screen with my notes and stuff. You have the ability to stabilize any axis, all axes or none, or just one. You can have the gyro on and off. You have automatic and manual trimming. We'll get into that more later when we get it in the plane. It has flight log. It has spectrum analysis. You can go ahead and run the analysis. It'll tell you where your vibrations are coming from. Ain't that pretty cool? It works with iOS, MacBook, Windows, tablet, Droid, Linux, almost anything. It's full OpenTX software, so it'll work with the Grafner Hot integration as well. And get this, guys, right out of the box, it supports PWM, Futaba S-Bus, PPM, Spectrum, DMS-X, DMS2, XRL, SUMD, X-Bus, Jetty, Duplex, EX-Bus, everything right out the box. You don't have to buy anything, right? The only thing is, if you're going to be using Futaba S-Bus, there is an adapter cord that you would go from the receiver into here. It costs like 11 bucks. So if you buy this and you do Futaba S-Bus, get that plug. It also does aileron differentials, has integrated bank switching, and the one thing that I love the most about this is its features. Okay, so right out the box, so you guys can go ahead and see that. So with this guy, pretty much what you do is there's one lead, each is a signal wire, elevator, pitch, and then aileron right there, if you guys can see it. That will plug in from your receiver. Then you have channel 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that would be you can have 2 elevators and 2 ailerons plus a rudder, whatever combination you're going to have. And then you also have an auxiliary channel. You can set this up with throttle pass-through, right? If you're going to go ahead and set it that way, or you could take it off the receiver. The other thing, guys, is this thing has built-in telemetry. Plug and go. Why wouldn't you want that? You know? Pretty awesome when you go ahead and you look at it, see what's going on with your batteries and stuff like that. Now, I know the E-flite planes and stuff are coming out with that, but if you have an E-flite plane, you're not buying this to put that in there, you know? Come on, it's got its AR636 and the new one that's coming out. You're putting this in for something meaner, more expensive, and things of that nature. So, what you get in the box is you get your flybar unit. Okay. You also get all the cords you'll need. And unlike Cortex, here's another plus. When you buy a Cortex, you have to buy the USB cord. Included. Don't have to buy anything else. Also comes with some double-sided tape. They recommend using their tape. The beam sensors are calibrated to their tape. It's HB3M. Now let me go ahead and tell you something about the features that I love on this thing the most. So, you buy a unit, and let's say you want safe, or you're learning to fly, or you need something to help you because you got a $5,000 jet and you just came into a 20-mile-an-hour crosswind and you don't want to crash it coming in for a landing. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I took off in a $500 foamy, dead calm, got up in the air, 2 minutes into it, wind from nowhere. Wind comes out from nowhere. We have a saying, you don't like the weather out here in Arizona, wait 15 minutes. Now I had a choice. Go ahead and flip a switch and help me bring in my plane, or be a man and junk it and then be out a $500 plane. I'll eat my pride and I'll flip a switch. with helicopter fly bar units, you like Bavarian Demon or say Micro Beast, right? That's a very popular one. You spend $200, you get the fly bar unit. Then if you want a rescue feature, you got to spend another 100, right? With Spirit, all included, you get rescue features, bank switching, flight stabilization, all in here. Now the different flight stabilizations you get on this bad boy is you can go ahead and put it in normal rate mode, which is gyro off. It has head locking mode, which would act like your AS3X, right? Go ahead and smooth out the ride. But then you have stabilization normal and stabilization acro. So we'll use this. This is the plane. Stabilization normal, you flip a switch, and it acts just like safe. You know, you go ahead and you pull it, it'll bank, it'll return, it'll bank, it'll return, bring it back, it'll return. Always going to come back to a horizontal level, okay? You also have stabilization acro. Let's say you're learning to fly and you're doing like knife edges, but you know, you're just not that great, right? Now this is with the switch on. So let's say you have a separate switch like on channel 7. You have the switch down and it's in normal AS3X mode, right? Head locking mode. You flip it up, just like on Spectrum, it'll go into this mode and you can turn it off whenever you want. Stabilization acro. Whatever axis is closest, it will return back to level flight. So let's say you're going up and it's just closer, go ahead and bring the nose down. Or let's say you're doing barrel rolls and you flip the switch and it's closer to being upside down. You can go ahead and have stabilization acro. It will fly completely level upside down. And you can learn how to, you know, fly upside down, what does what. To me, that's pretty cool. Now, I know I'm brushing by this video. It's going to be going into the Viper that you're going to be seeing here. And when I go ahead and I get the Viper out, the unboxing video, then we're going to be going through setting this thing up, because I didn't want to set anything up on the Viper, because a lot of people probably don't know that HSD Jets comes with this multi-board. It's a cool little computer. And your receiver plugs into that, and everything's on that computer. Your elevator, flap trim, braking power, just everything's controlled in that box. And to me, I'm used to that, being a helicopter guy. It's great seeing that stuff in the airplane market. But since I'm going to have a 9-channel receiver, right, plugged into here, then from here, it's going to be plugged into the board. That's the reason why I really haven't done anything to it, guys. All right. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell right there. I can't say much more good things about this. You're getting everything that you get on a standard Bavarian Demon Cortex, plus flight stabilization, spectrum analysis, logs, built-in telemetry. Works with any receiver and radio equipment out there. Plus the stabilizations, right? Plus the cord right here, the USB cord. And you only pay $120 US shipped to the door. $120. Cheaper, a lot cheaper compared when you buy the Cortex standard. I think it's going for $200 plus this guy. It's $100 cheaper, guys. Well, I hope I get opening your guys' eyes and world up to new technologies. There's other things out there. They just came out with the GeoLink for this thing on the helicopter side, where you can build a virtual fence, learn how to flip. If it gets close to the ground, it'll come right back up. I hope they integrate something like that with this. They come out with firmware. It's open. Thomas comes out with firmware constantly, and you never know. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend.